All right, let's dive right in. Welcome, everyone. Grab a seat. Think of today's explainer as a masterclass, and for the next few minutes, I'll be acting as your senior AI strategy consultant. We are navigating the incredibly high-stakes world of AI and human resources. And look, the landscape is shifting literally right under our feet. We're moving way past the hype and getting straight into the actual frameworks, the guardrails, and the hard truths of responsible AI deployment. If you're leading talent acquisition, HR tech, or compliance, well, consider this session your blueprint.
So, ask yourself this, what if routine recruiting tasks took half the time, but actually improved in quality? I really want to emphasize that this isn't some hypothetical, far-off future state. It's exactly what leading HR professionals are experiencing right now. But, and this is a massive catch, there's a world of difference between merely switching on a shiny new AI tool and actually using it effectively and responsibly. Unlocking that incredible speed and quality, that requires knowing exactly how to architect your processes around these tools.
And that brings us to the absolute bedrock of our session today. It's this core principle. Strategy without governance is chaos. Governance without strategy is inflexible. If we just rush blindly into AI simply to cut costs, we are inviting total chaos and massive legal liability. But on the flip side, if we lock everything down without a clear vision, we completely paralyze our teams. So the crucial point is that we've got to perfectly balance innovation with rigorous, uncompromising control. Okay, here is our roadmap for today. First, the AI recruiting dilemma, then avoiding common anti-patterns, designing your fairness dashboard, human judgment checkpoints, governance with teeth, and finally, the readiness assessment. Section 1. The AI recruiting dilemma. Let's start by breaking down the business case.
You know, a lot of organizations try to justify AI purely on cost savings or just doing things faster. But putting my consultant hat on, I'm telling you that a truly responsible business case goes so much deeper than that. We should be aiming for quality outcomes, like genuinely better hires and higher retention. We're talking fairness gains, meaning we actively reduce historical bias. It's about elevating the candidate experience through faster, much more transparent feedback. It's shifting our team's capability focus so your recruiters are spending their time building real human relationships, not just staring at a screen reading resumes. And critically, risk mitigation. We have to create audit-ready processes to comply with emerging laws like NYC's algorithmic bias audit requirements or the EU AI Act. This is the holistic standard we have to meet.
Section 2. Avoiding common anti-patterns. Let's talk about the pitfalls.
Look, before we build anything, we need to know exactly where the landmines are. Let's look at the anti-patterns. These are the common, recurring mistakes organizations make that lead to insanely expensive rework, brand damage, and compliance failures. There are 3 major ones you need to watch out for. First, rushing implementation. Second, siloed decision-making. This happens when recruiting goes out and buys an AI tool without consulting legal, HR, or IT. And then they find out later it violates data privacy laws, or worse, the AI is hallucinating fake degrees and fabricating statistics on candidate summaries. It happens, folks. And third, governance without teeth, which is where your policies are nicely written down but totally ignored in the real world.
Let's look a little closer at that first pitfall. Organizations are so eager to see immediate results that they view foundational work as just a delay, so they rush the implementation. But deploying tools without adequate planning, that doesn't accelerate solutions, it literally accelerates problems, compounding errors over time. Contrast that with a strategic foundation. It requires you to resist the pressure to just move fast and break things. Instead, you move strategically. You invest in readiness, you build a foundation, and then you scale. Skipping steps just creates massive compliance headaches that are going to take you months to fix later. Moving on to Section 3, designing your fairness dashboard. This is how we monitor the AI in real time. Architecting a command center dashboard requires 4 critical steps. Step 1, define your metrics. Are you tracking disparate impact ratios, equity gaps? You've got to define your baseline. Step 2, connect your data sources. Is this pulling from your applicant tracking system daily or is it weekly? Step 3, design the alert logic. What actually triggers an investigation? Is it a disparate impact ratio dropping below 80%? You need alerts that are sensitive enough to catch real bias, but calibrated perfectly so they don't just trigger constantly on random noise. And finally, Step 4, integrate escalation. When that alert fires, who actually gets notified? Remember, AI tools don't fix themselves, human processes do. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. When you track selection rates across different demographic groups, those equity gaps become instantly visible.
If an AI screening tool is consistently dropping a specific demographic group right at the top of the funnel, you don't have to wait for an annual audit or a lawsuit to find out. Your dashboard flags it immediately, you pause the tool, and you investigate upstream to see if there's biased historical training data.
I want to share a really powerful anecdote from our source material that proves exactly why this level of monitoring is absolutely vital. One company utilized an AI tool not just to screen candidates, but to actually analyze their own job descriptions for biased language before they even posted them. And what did they find? They discovered that certain phrases were subtly discouraging highly qualified candidates from even applying. By making a really simple language adjustment based on that data, they saw a massive 30% increase in applicant diversity. That is the real power of using AI to architect fairness rather than just using it to cut corners.
Section 4. Human Judgment Checkpoints. It's time to calibrate our judgment.
Listen, AI cannot run entirely on its own. We need a quick checklist for evaluating task risk versus AI capability. It's pretty straightforward. High-risk task, human required. Low-risk data sorting, sure, AI can help out, but there are strict, non-negotiable boundaries. For instance, final hiring decisions without human review, entirely prohibited. Using AI automation here is a massive risk. I mean, what if it hallucinates a fake citation, invents an employment history, or completely misreads the candidate's background? Also strictly prohibited are opaque vendor tools that hide how they actually make decisions. Required, however, are fairness baseline assessments before any deployment and documented escalation paths where real humans handle candidate appeals. Always remember, AI serves the process. Humans own the outcome.
Section 5. Governance with teeth. How we actually enforce these rules.
If you want those boundaries we just talked about to be respected, you need concrete governance structures. I'm talking about a monthly AI steering committee with representatives from recruiting, legal, data, and IT. You need a standard tool approval process so you don't have rogue teams out there buying random software. You need that continuous fairness monitoring we just designed, and a quarterly review cadence for all tools. Think about it. If your published policy says fairness testing is required, but a team deploys a tool without it and faces zero consequences, your governance is literally just corporate theater. Policies must have real authority behind them.
Immature governance is reactive, it's informal, it's putting out fires. But mature governance, which by definition is formal, consistent, and proactive, gives organizations the adaptive capacity they desperately need. It allows you to deploy tools with confidence, knowing you have the mechanisms in place to detect problems early. It prevents incredibly costly vendor failures, and frankly, it demonstrates to regulators and candidates alike that you take fairness seriously. Section 6. The Readiness Assessment. Let's evaluate where you stand.
Okay, we've covered a lot of strategic ground today, but before you deploy anything, you need to hold up a mirror to your own organization. I want you to mentally evaluate your team right now across these 4 dimensions. Do you have leadership alignment, meaning executives who are actually willing to pause a deployment for governance? Do you have a solid data foundation? Clean, job-relevant data where you understand all the potential biases? What about team capability? Can your recruiters actually learn to use these tools and read the data effectively? And finally, culture. Can a team member report an AI fairness problem without fear of retribution? If you have gaps here, they absolutely need investment before you even think about scaling your AI roadmap.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to internalize this. The journey to responsible AI in recruiting is not a destination, it's a continuous evolution. The technology is absolutely going to change. The legal landscape, with laws like the EEOC guidance and the EU AI Act, is going to shift. Success in this space takes time, continuous learning, and a total willingness to constantly adjust your approach. You must build adaptability into the very fabric of your organization. So I'll leave you with this provocative reflection question, straight from our source material. How will you actually know you've been successful in leading responsible AI adoption? You need to define what success looks like for you up front. Leading AI in recruiting is arguably one of the most consequential things you can do in business right now, because you are quite literally shaping how human beings are evaluated for economic opportunity. You have immense power in your hands. Use it wisely, architect it fairly, and build systems you are truly proud of. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.